Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. Previously, we went through more of the City in the Sky, and we're making some good progress cleaning up the rest of this dungeon until I got lost in trying to figure out how to turn this big fan on. Turns out the solution was a lot more simpler than I thought it would be. Just goes to show how long has it really been hasn't really been since I did play this dungeon. Today, we are gonna finish off this dungeon, which is the thing that's driving me forward, despite my previous brain fart in what just happened. Besides, we only have one more chest to find in this entire place. The sooner we get that out of the way, the better. It'll be so relieving once we do get it. Then we can just focus on getting that dragon. What's what? And thankfully, getting the final chest isn't that difficult. It's just right here behind the other big fan that's been broken. Probably not get fixed again. Just a purple rupee. Don't care. Don't really care anymore. I just want to get the chest out of the way. That is what was important. And now all that's have to do is to focus on taking that dragon down. Time to open this up and go forward. At least for what it's worth, I am kinda looking forward to this boss fight. Alright, there's more of this. At least it's not as bad as the previous room that was laid out like this. Oh, right after we take care of some Arrowfoes, I forgot there were more. I remember that these two, for some reason, are a lot more annoying than its comrade we easily dealt with. Go, Help Splitter. That does not have a helmet free. I don't know why I did that. I was trying to go for the shield attack. Oh, it backed off. Even though I did go for the shield attack anyways. No big deal. It's just time and patience. That's all I need. I know that other guy's gonna prepare to swipe at me from off screen. I think that guy is actually waiting his turn, like a good little Arrowfoes. Before I tried to swoop right at me. Well, at least a one-on-one fight now. And it's kind of pathetic that these guys already got demoted down to the generic enemy fighting music. I'm guessing the other one we took out was like his leader or something, because this is the only one we found so far that had a special helmet on. Ah, this guy was being a pain in particular. Like, he's continuing to fly overhead me, so I can't grapple him. I should be at the appropriate distance now. Yep, there we go. Do that. Now sweater. And spam it again. I just want to take this guy down as soon as possible. He's coming back up. That's not gonna get my wish to come true. But at least he's not as high as he was before. Come on, finish you up. Thank you. And here's your reward for helping me out. It's slaying you. Alright, so now that little distraction is over, we can finally ascend to where we need to ultimately go. As soon as I can latch onto this, because the reticle kind of playing its own teasing game right there. And that should get these to start spinning around. we latch on to that probably? Probably? Maybe? Please? Oh, well, it did too late. Gotta wait on the timing then. Yep, just hanging out. Wait for my turn. Have my patience being tested. Because I just want to get out of this dungeon already. Oh, good. That actually worked out. That was just a crapshoot. That was a major crapshoot. It somehow worked out. Don't think I'm gonna get lucky twice with this, though. Can only hope. Only hope and dream. Yeah, it's not gonna work, is it? Nope, it's not. Go figure. Man, I don't remember this taking as long as it did. Then again, it's probably my timing is just being worked against me. Or maybe it's the wrong one. Nope, still not working out. Now, where am I gonna hit this from both sides, though? I'm pretty sure these flaps, you can latch onto from both sides. I wonder if the reticle just not showing up, and that's the thing that's like stopping me from progressing. Oh, there's a blue chew jelly there. I don't need it though. That's a blue chew rather. It gives you blue chew jelly. But I already got 3 of those things. And I'm not giving up my fairy. Pretty sure I don't need the fairy in particular, but I have it. No way I'm letting it go. Might as well just keep it around. Besides, if I make it to the end of the game with it intact, then it can say it lived a great part of the adventure. So we have another comrade around. It's kind of like having Navi from back in the past. So it is a little nostalgic in that way, if I can make it last long enough. At least we're finally here. The big boss room. I guess it's supposed to qualify as the lair, according to the game's text. But really, it's just the top of where that dragon has been flying around. But there's supposed to be something I can latch onto here. Maybe it's this. Nope, can't latch onto that. Okay, that's weird. Oh, no, wait. I was thinking the wrong way. It was right behind me. And that, yep, now that takes me upward. I was thinking too direct. After how long I've been spending in this dungeon, kinda does that to ya. It's a very tiring dungeon to go through. This is the Twilight Dragon Argorock. Why does this thing have only one letter off from Argorock? I'm not sure. Maybe that thing is like the leader of the Argorocks? Though I can't see it. For one thing, it's a dragon, and the Argoroks they all look like flying turkeys, if you ask me. I can't really see this thing being the leader of their pack. But unlike, well, hold up! I forgot I need to equip the iron boots here. I was gonna say, unlike the Argoroks, Argorok looks really badass. I mean, did you see his appearance? It is both very awe-inspiring, but also terrifying if you're Link. That's why I gotta be careful. That didn't work. I thought I could latch onto it that way. Maybe I gotta wait for him to like hover over me, yeah? I'll keep this on just in case. Nope, he's stopping. That makes things so much more convenient. But make sure you have the iron boots on when you do pull him down with the claw shot. And that gets rid of some of its armor. But you won't be able to damage it completely yet. You gotta destroy its armor first. So that wasn't just like its skin. It actually is a shell hiding its true form, I guess you could say. Which means you gotta destroy its cool appearance. So in that regard, it's not very great that we're making it lose its awesome exterior. But hey, it's the villain and we're the hero. One of us has to go down. And it's not gonna be us. We've come this far in our adventure, and I'm not gonna bend over backwards for this beast of the Twilight, no matter how great it may look. You're up there now? I thought you had to come back down here. So maybe we're skipping this part already. No. Oh, wait. I see the opportunity. There we go. Iron boots. I didn't think I had to use the pillar so soon. I knew you do at some point, but not that early on. I can clearly see there's a weak spot there. And the cave is also pouring it out. So dang obvious. But now it means business. So you can probably see how you're supposed to do this. Climb up the pillars like last time, and then use the P-hats to help you out with this next part. Be sure to utilize my right stick more. I've been relying on the gyroscope way too much. As much as it can be helpful, sometimes it's not fast enough to help me with the aiming. So now you gotta use this, the P-hats, to get behind Argorock if you can. Make sure not to... Gotta make sure not to lay on these for too long, because of the iron boots. Do that. And then latch onto its back. Nope. Hurry up. Get back up there. Phew. Okay, that was close. I kinda took a little too long with that. Alright, this is kinda weird. I usually don't have Argorock going in this direction. It's usually the other rotation. Alright, stopped. Now I can latch onto it. And finally do some damage. And that sends it tumbling back down to Earth. Make sure to latch onto those pillars immediately. At this point, you really don't need the iron boots. But if you take too long trying to latch onto these, make sure to have it equipped just in case. Besides, it's not like you're gonna use any of the other items aside from the boots and the claw shots. They're the two mandatory ones you're gonna need for this fight. Gotta give credit to the atmosphere though, it looks very foreboding and very tense, which I like. Because this is not the easiest fight in the world. Okay, should we go for the fire breathing attack? Which means it's time to make my rounds. And it's kinda giving me Demise vibes, not gonna lie. Getting a lot of memories about my fight with Demise back in Skyward Sword. Latch onto you. And to swing away at your core. Like with some of the other bosses we faced before, if you're able to damage it enough, you can't go for a fatal blow or ending blow when the prompt comes up. Haven't had to use that in a while, but Argorock is susceptible to that if you can hurt it enough. But be careful of where Argorock aims its fire this time. And I'm sure... Oh, come on! Hurry up! Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, now it's going the other way. I remember this last phase. He does turn around at some point, so I guess he gotta chase you down first, and then he turns around. Okay, now's my chance. And there we go. And there's the ending blow. I didn't even see the prompt come up, I was just smashing A. Thankfully, we did do enough damage and slayed this mighty beast. Link, you did it! It's the 4th shard. Now we have them all. Hey, Link. The words of the sages, do you remember them? Only the true leader of the Twilight can destroy the Mirror of Twilight. Zack could only break the Mirror of Twilight into shards. He couldn't utterly shatter it. That's proof of his false kingship. Link, we have to hurry. To the mirror chamber. After all, a fake is a fake. And no matter how much you dress it up, the real thing always wins. So we know for sure that Zant is not who he says he is. Meaning that what we probably heard before about him getting the power was true. And furthermore, we now have the 18 hearts by virtue of our win against Argorock with that latest heart container. This fight's more of a grand spectacle than anything once you get it down. It is a pretty cool view on the eyes though, see that fight. The way it went down with that huge explosion. Fantastic ending to that fight. Though it makes me wonder, how did Link land safely? I mean, did he fall from all the way up high and just land on his feet again? He's gonna have no knees whatsoever by the end of this adventure. Well, we could go back to that prison back at the desert, but we're not gonna be forced to go back there. Which means we have the opportunity to do whatever we want before we do put those shards back together. And there is one piece of business I know we could do now that we have both of the claw shots in hand. Why take those off now? Already used those iron boots long enough. Don't need to use them anymore. At least for the time being. So our next stop with these double claw shots is gonna be in Castletown. Since there's something we haven't been to in that settlement in a long time that we can't do now with our double claw shots. But as usual, we gotta get stopped by everyone's favorite hero, the Postman. The true hero of the people who never takes a day off. As usual, gotta learn to deliver to us. Wow! We are really popular. 3 letters. That's never happened before. At least I don't think. Onward to mail! 8 by shorts! 8 by shorts! At least that's what I think he might be saying. Or he might be saying eat my dust. Either one. He's living his best life, I bet. I mean, when you're as diligent and dedicated as he is, there's no other way you could think about the Postman. So now with our double claw shots, we're gonna head back down here in the west side of Castletown and go inside the star tent. Last time we were here, we were able to beat this guy's star game with just 1 claw shot. So let's see how we can fare with 2. A fine day! I awaited you, good sir! The star game created with you in mind, good sir, is a special arena that costs 15 rupees a shot. Dare you try it? I feel like that has some malice behind that, even going through his usual fake pomp and circumstance presentation he's got going on. And away we go! Alright, so this course is a lot different than last time. But double claw shots, it's a lot simpler. As long as you know the routes and react quickly, you'll be able to finish this course with very little struggle. What I'm doing right now is not the optimal method, the optimal route rather. The best tip I can give you is to try and aim for multiple orbs in a row. You got a minute to 30 to work with, so you should be able to get a bunch of these at a time. Of course, getting cheered on by the fangirls outside. They'll definitely be your signal if you're able to get a bunch of these in a row. Get all those. I'm really gonna make sure I don't lose this on the first go because I want to get this in one shot. We'll just simply go up there. And then let go. Easy as that. With the double claw shots, it is really, really simple. What the? You did it? Oh, what a magnificent day this is! The debut of a superstar, the huzzas and accolades ring forth! To the superstar, I shall give this! It's the giant quiver! Now we can hold up to 100 arrows. Boy, I wish we got this sooner. Congratulations! Yes, well and truly, you've claimed what you sought, so you're likely all through, Many thanks for playing, good sir. I like that face though. You can tell, you can see the disappointment in his eyes. He has that complete, I'm so done with this business look. Don't come again. Yeah, he really hates us. Okay, I didn't think he'd have that reaction if we talked to him again. Oh, how to find Daedalus. It's you. How are you, good sir? I hesitate to ask, as I know full well your status, but would you care to aim even higher? For a limited time will cost, well, 20 rupees. There isn't another reward that comes from this. This is just for fun at this point. There's no special heart piece, no other no other third special item you get from it. The giant quiver is the best you're getting out of this minigame, which you get very easily, but it's not that much of a use at this point because our medium quiver was doing really good for us as it is. Apart from that one instance where I completely burned all of them, but that was by my own hand. That's my fault. I take responsibility for that. The giant quiver, it's a little too late to get that, but hey, we got it now, so at least I guess we're guaranteed to not lose any arrows down from here on out, or at least come close to having an empty quiver. That's just my take on it. So completing that game, we got the hearts for those girls. I don't think I actually talked to them in full up until now. Their specific names are Keely, Hana, and Misha. We see that they're fangirls of Link after his performances in the Star game. But what's interesting about them is that they're each colored representing the Golden Goddesses. Furore, which is Hana in green, Din, represented by Misha in red, and Nehru is represented by Keely in blue. But what I also found interesting is that their name all come from different meanings when they're translated. Like Misha means smile in Sanskrit, Hana equals grace and favor in Hebrew, and Keely, she has the most complex one from what I gathered. The key part could be joy or rejoice in Japanese, but the li part could be beautiful in Chinese. Ki could also be read in Chinese as Xi, I hope I'm saying that right, which could be translated to love or like. It's by way of something called the canon reading, which is a way of pronouncing Japanese kanji that's done from China. So there's a lot of interesting trivia about those three. We don't realize it. We think they're just like typical fangirls that can be easily won and swooned over by the most simplest of athletic performances like ours. Really goes to show us how in-depth a character can be, or a group of characters can be, when they just look really simple on the outside. So before we do warp again, we're gonna head to the south exit of Castletown. If you remember, there's a large hole in the ground near the south entrance to this settlement that I tried to get to before, but I lacked the double claw shots at the time. Now that we have those, we'll be able to get what's residing in this gap much easier. So there's a claw shot target in question. I just want to get this out of the way because it's been on my mind for a little while when I knew we were getting the double claw shots. As I made a foolish attempt at trying to get this before. Go over there. Okay, don't use the gyroscope so much. Come on, Blue. The right analog stick can work just the same. And now we finally got to this chest, provided that Link doesn't step off. Good. This one contains the highly letter V, which used to be an orange rupee. We're back at the Kakariko Gorge, but we're gonna make a quick stop, if I can find the location, to one of the heart pieces we got very early on in the game, but we were technically meant to get it later than when we actually did acquire it. It's been a hot minute since we did hear how we'll feel in any regard too. Kinda figured it's on the other side. This won't take that long because this is the last piece of side business we can take care of before we have to go back to the desert to put the Mirror of Twilight together. Alright, we'll take care of you. We don't fight much regular enemies in wolf form. So if you remember on that rock over there, a long time ago we got a piece of heart that was sitting on top of it. Or maybe that was the way we were supposed to get it after all, I'm not sure. That probably was. But I know we got that very early on. Anyways, we can now use our double claw shot here to step onto this. And climbing around this vine wall we just saw, finds another treasure chest. And inside it contains a piece of heart. Only need 2 more to fill up another heart container. Almost close to 19 hearts. Man, we're almost close to the full 20. I just noticed that. That's a surefire sign that we're slowly but surely getting to the end of the game. But there's still a bit of a ways to go before we can actually get to that point. And we're gonna stop here for today at the Mirror Chamber, right in front of the Shattered Mirror of Twilight. But that won't be the case any longer, because next time, we're gonna put the Mirror of Twilight back together and see what comes of it. Until we meet again, farewell for now.